Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning for the week of 4th of July, June 29th through July 5th, and I'm using a kit from Station Stickers called July 4th. Station Stickers is unfortunately closed, but I did want to use up the last kits that I have from their shop as soon as possible. I'm going to start by pulling in a bunch of washi from Michaels and a couple from Simply Gilded, and I did want to make a washi weekend banner. I've had this washi for quite some time, so I was excited to finally be able to use it. The last time I made a washi weekend banner was back in February when I planned like Allie Joan plans using a Nikki Plus 3 kit, and that was actually the last time I planned using a kit in this type of format where there are a lot of pages and a lot of different types of stickers to use. If you're familiar with my channel, you probably know that one of my favorite sticker shops is Sweet Kawaii Design, and I have found my preferred style of planning with their stickers. But lately I have been branching out and buying more kits from a bunch of different shops, and I felt like this kit was the perfect one to start out with because it's on a removable matte paper, and it also has a lot of different stickers, so I can get an idea of how the spacing is going to work and what types of stickers I like to use and combinations of stickers. Since these boxes have rounded corners, I figured I should probably lay down the headers first, and I knew I wanted to use the dark red and blue in the weekend. So that's where I started, and I didn't want to use any of these script headers, but I did want to use those on Monday through Friday. In this video and in the spread, I am going to be using a lot of my tips that I learned from Allie Joan plans. I love how she alternated today and to-do headers. That kind of helps me figure out a little bit of how the layout is going to work, but I also pulled in inspiration from a lot of different planner girls. Brandi from Hail the Sticker likes to add washi at the very top of her planner and put the date covers on top of that, and I saw that there were extra washi strips in this kit and I didn't want them to go to waste, so I added that to the top and put the date covers on top. I think one of the hardest things for me about using these types of kits is that I like to use as many stickers as possible, and I don't like to be wasteful and I don't like to have that many leftovers. So it's hard for me to have so many options and knowing that I can't use them all in one spread. But I am trying to keep in mind that I do have my print impression weeks where I like to use a lot of my leftovers, and I have been running low, so that put my mind at ease a little bit, but I will say that this spread was pretty stressful for me. Ever since I started filming my memory plan with me's, I normally go through and plan every single sticker out, and I know exactly the order that everything is going to go in, but this time I couldn't really pre-plan the layout and I didn't really know what was going to go in each day. I just wrote myself notes for what happened every day, and I had to pick and choose what I actually wanted in my planner. I'm definitely not used to planning with a full box on every day, especially since they're all decorative full boxes. But anyways, for the sidebar, I did kind of play around with the spacing a little bit. There was an extra decorative full box that I could have used at the bottom, but I decided to just use a blank weekly schedule and I wrote down all of the dinners that we had every day. I just wasn't a fan of the last full box that I had available. Getting into Monday, the first thing I did was an early morning workout with my husband. It has been getting really hot here in California, and every time we try to do an afternoon workout, we just end up not finishing it. It's just way too hot in the garage. So we are really trying to wake up early and work out before the boys wake up. I used a little Frank sticker from Sweet Kawaii Design. I tried to pull as many of my blue and red stickers as I could. Below that, I wanted to mark that it was Coffee Monday, and I am so excited to use these stickers from Sticky Bow Babies. This is actually on the pink colorway, but I feel like the really light pink works well with this kit. Then I added a to-do header, and I cut down the full box checklist to 3 hearts. When looking at this kit, I thought I was going to be using the flag checklist, but I ended up liking these full box checklists a little bit more. I just wasn't a huge fan of the watercolor effect on the flag checklist, so I decided to go with these full box checklists. And I wanted to mention that I ended up not writing on camera. I waited till the very end to write everything in just because I really wasn't sure what I wanted to write and I wasn't positive on the things that I wanted to keep out of my planner. So I will show at the very end what my planner looks like all filled in and what I ended up adding. I was a little too stressed this time around to actually fill it in, but I think next time I will want to go through a day at a time and figure that out. But in this checklist on Monday, I ended up writing clean counters, clean bathrooms, and work on budget. Then I added a bow header from Nikki Plus 3. This was one of her freebies, and I figured I would try to use one of these every day since it matched so nicely with this kit. I also added a laptop girl from Panda Bird Design, an edit script from Planning City, and a little foil bow from Planning Like a Pro in the middle of the laptop. And I definitely underestimated how much space that full box at the bottom would need, but I think it still fit pretty nicely once I adjusted. On Tuesday, I started with the 3-heart checklist, and I added an upload script sticker from Planning City. All of the film, edit, and upload scripts are going to be from Planning City. I just wanted to keep all of those the same. And I added a YouTube icon from Sweet Kawaii Design. I also ended up writing that we had an appointment to clean our pool, and I tidied up and ran the Roomba, again with an icon from Sweet Kawaii Design. Below that, I add a car icon from Planning Like a Pro, and I wrote that my husband drove into work. Then I added a washi strip, and later I will add a donut icon from Sweet Kawaii Design, but I wanted to mark that it was the first time that my boys went in my car since the quarantine started. I didn't even have the car seats installed in my car, so I had to go ahead and do that. But PJ had asked if we could get donuts, and I figured it would be a fun little thing for us to do this day. And I even ended up driving around town a little bit just because they were so excited to be in the car again. Benny honestly forgot what it was like to be in the car. He didn't even know what to do with the seatbelt or anything. So that really told me how long we've been in quarantine and just how much they've been home. Then I added a glitter header and the full box, and then a today header, and I wanted to mark that I filmed a haul. I honestly completely forgot about the videos that I needed to actually work on and the ones that I wanted to post that week. I really thought that the only video that I had coming up was PJ's plan with me, so I was kind of filming this haul just for fun, and then I realized that I actually had a lot more that I needed to film. But either way, it was still really fun to film this haul. And I ended up getting a bunch more packages, so let me know if you think I should include that in the haul that I filmed and just add extra clips to it, or if I should save all the packages that I've received in the past few days for another haul. There's just so many, and I don't know how many I want to include in that video. But anyways, the filming icon is from Pumpkin Paper Co. And then again, I added a Nikki Plus 3 bow header. And at the very bottom, I added a sticker from Once More With Love. My brother and I were on Zoom that evening, and my sister ended up falling asleep, so she missed out on our Zoom call. On Wednesday, I started with the full box at the very top. Then I added another sticker from Planning Like a Pro to mark that my husband drove into work. Then I added a few stickers, all from this kit, to mark that it was trash day, and normally I would have that in my checklist, but since I only have 3-heart checklists, I decided to keep trash day on its own, and then I added another Nikki Plus 3 bow header below that. Then I used a camera icon from Hear It Right Designs, and then a film script to mark that I filmed the budget video that I needed to get done. Then I added my to-do header with the 3-heart checklist, and I ended up writing that I recorded my voiceover with a little icon from Sweet Kawaii Design, and then I cleaned the boys' rooms, and I also wrote a grocery list, and I used a pencil icon from Planning City. Then I ended up adding some deco from the kit to mark that I did a quick Target run. I needed just a couple things for dinner, and I didn't want to do my full grocery run yet. And I also ended up picking up a new bathing suit since mine are all pretty old. Below that, I use a little munchkin sticker from Once More With Love to mark that I have been reading with Benny. This is something I've really been enjoying. My husband usually does bedtime and nap time with Benny, and lately I've been doing it since my husband has been working so much, and that's really where we've been able to get a lot of one-on-one time. I ended up adding a Hello July script at the very bottom in the bottom washi. The sticker I used is from Planning City, and you'll be able to see that at the very end of the video. Thursday, again, I'm starting with a to-do header and a 3-heart checklist. I wanted to use as many icons from the kit as I could, but I could only really fit one at the very top here to mark a grocery run, and then I wanted to write that I disinfected and put away all the groceries. And later I added a to call script from the kit because I called my mom and my brother on this day. In the quarter box, I added cherries from Sweet Kawaii Design because my boys tried cherries for the first time in quite some time. They weren't the sweetest cherries, so they weren't huge fans, but they did eat a little bit of them. Below that, I added another bow header from Nikki+3, and then I added a flat lay from Planning City to mark that I edited my budget results video. I've seen this clip art used in a lot of different shops, but I really like these because they come in a bunch of different colors, and they're also a little bit shorter than other ones that I've seen, so I was able to save some space with it. Below that, I added a Little Mermaid sticker from Pumpkin Paper Co. The boys and I watched The Little Mermaid on this day, and we honestly watched it because I wanted to use the sticker. But my husband's been playing Kingdom Hearts, so they were interested in watching this because Little Mermaid is in that game as well. I did want to mention that I learned my lesson from Monday, and I put the full box at the bottom first so that I could figure out how much space I had left over. But the last thing that I wrote was that we had a family Zoom call with my brother and sister, and I used a Zoom sticker from Sweet Kawaii Design. Then on Friday, I started with a full box, and I saved this full box for Friday because we did end up going swimming this day. Then I added a glitter header, and I've really been liking the look of the glitter header with the full box. Below that, I just used some deco from the kit, and I wanted to mark that I made flag shirts with the boys for 4th of July. I had seen this idea on Pinterest where you use their handprint as the blue part of the flag and then you add red stripes to it, but I didn't want to commit to adding paint to the shirt for one picture, so I ended up tracing their handprints on adhesive foam, and I was able to make the shirts with that, and now I'm able to use those shirts for future holidays or just for undershirts. But anyways, under that I add a to-do header and a 3-heart checklist. I uploaded my budget results video, and I have this YouTube icon from Sweet Kawaii Design. I also tidied up and ran the Roomba using an icon from Sweet Kawaii Design. And the last thing was that we did PJ's calendar and also his voiceover for his video. Below that, I added another header from Nikki+3. Then in this half box, I wanted to highlight that my brother came to visit, and I used this sticker from Sweet Kawaii Design because we had a pool day with my brother and sister. We ended up having dinner and spending the evening together, but I didn't have much room, so I just added this family time script from Nikki+3, and then at the very bottom, I wanted to mark some Happy Mail I received. I used a sticker from Planning City. Again, these come in a bunch of different colors, so I liked that this one matched. And I got Happy Mail from Sweet Kawaii Design as well as Once More with Love. Moving on to the weekend. On Saturday, I used a half box and a script from Rose Colored Days to mark that it was 4th of July. And then I realized that with the weekend banner and the full boxes, I just wouldn't have enough room for everything that went on this weekend, especially since it was a busy weekend for us. So I decided to add day extenders to Saturday and Sunday, and I saved the double box for the weekend, so it worked out nicely that they both have day extenders, but I definitely wasn't able to do that on camera. I needed to be really close to the stickers to make sure that they got on straight and even. I decided to just add both of them at the same time to get that out of the way. And thankfully I had one more half box left that I could use on Sunday. But inside my first day extender for Saturday, the first thing we did was our morning workout, and we ended up waking up a little bit later than we were hoping, so the boys joined us for our workout. And I used this weightlifting munchkin from Once More with Love, and I just love that this sticker has blue and red incorporated into it, so it matched perfectly. Then I added a to-do header, and I could only fit in a 2-heart checklist. I knew I had a lot to mark on this day, so I didn't want to take up that much room for my checklist, but I did end up writing that I cleaned the kitchen, and then I decorated and prepped for lunch since we were having a 4th of July barbecue for lunch. Below that, I wanted to mark that I took the 4th of July picture of the boys and their shirts, and this little pinwheel from the kit was actually the perfect sticker to use because the boys were actually holding pinwheels in the picture. Below that, I added deco from the kit, and I wanted to write that I decorated for the party, but I ended up switching this around because I ran out of room for everything else that I wanted, and I added a cupcake icon from Harriet Wright Designs, along with some deco from the kit to mark that I baked cupcakes with the boys, and we celebrated all of the July birthdays. Both of my parents, myself, and my youngest son all have birthdays in July, and my brother really wanted to celebrate with all of us, but he isn't able to come down for each one of our birthdays. We also ended up singing for PJ. His is in August, but we figured we would add him in just in case my brother wasn't able to come for his birthday. Below that, I added a grill from Sweet Kwai Design, and I wanted to mark that my husband barbecued hamburgers and hot dogs for us. We actually had completely different plans, but when I went to the store, I couldn't find anything that I was looking for, so we just made it simple and went with hamburgers and hot dogs. Then I added a glitter header, and below that, I added a sticker from Pumpkin Paper Co. to mark that we had a pool party. The last thing that I marked was that we watched fireworks, and I used the sticker from Once More with Love. We didn't personally buy any fireworks this year, and I don't really know what's allowed in California now, but I feel like our boys are still too young, but we ended up going in our backyard and we could see some fireworks from our backyard, and then we also went to the front yard and we saw some people doing fireworks there. The boys sat on each of our shoulders, we kind of took turns, and they ended up enjoying it a lot more than I was expecting. Benny was almost falling asleep on my husband's head because it was getting so close to bedtime, but we ended up having a really nice 4th of July. On Sunday, I added the last half box, and I used a laundry script from the kit as well as this laundry icon from Harriet Wright Designs. My husband had to get his laundry ready for his work trip, and my sister was going to be staying with us for a little bit, so I wanted to get all of the guest bedding clean. Inside the day extender, I ended up moving some of this around, and I'm not exactly sure when, but I believe I had the church sticker at the top, and this one was from Harriet Wright Designs. My brother ended up spending the night. He was originally planning to drive back on Saturday evening, but we were able to watch church with him and have breakfast in the morning, and we also went on Zoom with my parents and my sister. Then I wrote that I painted my nails, but I ended up switching that around because that was the first thing I did in the morning. I added a bow header from Nikki Plus 3, and then on this blue label, I wrote that we said goodbye to my brother. Then I added a strip of Simply Gilded washi and a little 2-heart checklist to change the guest bedding and also record my voiceover. Below that, I added a glitter header and a little McDonald's emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. because that is what we had for lunch. Then I added this icy sticker because my husband ordered a snow cone machine and it actually arrived on this day, so we were able to make snow cones. Then I added a laptop from Planning City, and I wanted to mark that I edited PJ's plan with me. I was struggling with this last section in Sunday because I really wanted to use a red quarter box at the bottom of Sunday, but then I noticed that Saturday and Friday also had red towards the bottom, so I kind of moved things around, but I ended up going with a blue third box to mark that we watched the Goofy movie. I used this Disney Plus sticker from Sweet Kwai Design, but I also wanted to somehow add that my sister came over and this was the first night that she spent the night, but I ended up just writing Goofy movie with my sister. Even with the day extenders on Saturday and Sunday, I still had to leave some things out of my planner, but overall I am really happy with how my spread turned out. I don't know if you noticed, but I also ended up switching up one of the pieces of washi in my weekend banner. The very last blue piece, I ended up making it longer. I felt like that evened out the banner a little bit better. I did want to show how the spread looked with everything filled in. I apologize for not getting that on camera, but it was just a little too much this time. And hopefully next time I will be able to do that on camera. These are all the stickers that I have left over. That is all for my plan with me this week. I have been so anxious to get this spread done, and I'm so happy that I was finally able to use this kit. I'm glad I was able to get some practice with the spacing, and I am just so excited for my next spread. The next spread that I'm doing is my birthday week, and it's also my son's birthday, so I can't wait for you guys to see how that one goes. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.